We're picking up everything live here in Cancun.
I'm pleased to say that we are getting quite a lot of comments in. Anonymous sources say Barack Obama didn't fly to COP16 climate talks in order to save CO2. Instead, watching from home on OneClimate.net seems to be the rumour doing the rounds on Twitter. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I wouldn't vouch my journalistic integrity on it, but it's one of the more pleasing rumours I've heard, so I'm going to read it out.
And these climate talks aren't just about world leaders, are they, Adam? They're also about when these talks come to a city.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of creates a whole. It's kind of like creates a city within the city, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, you have tens of thousands of people, and it gets a lot of criticism in the press. You're saying this is a big circus. It comes to town. You have tens of thousands of people coming in, and think of the emissions associated with that. And
so we've come to
it's true that there's a lot of CO2 emitted as a result of this conference.
But at the same time,
so we come to the cloakroom to get an idea of.
At the same time, it definitely brings the message. And in a few minutes, we're going to bring you a little report that we did yesterday. We had a chat with the cloakroom staff here who were incredibly engaged with this issue, actually. So we'll bring you that in a couple of minutes. Our tech person is valiantly struggling to get that online. But
especially somewhere like Cancun, which is known for its extravagance, and it's just all about resorts, and maybe people who live here didn't know much about climate change or just the science behind it, and having the summit somewhere like this might generate some awareness.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's the case, and that's certainly the impression we've got talking to people around town, that there has been some awareness generated, and that's kind of a pleasing side effect of an international effort to deal with an international crisis. And people they criticise the size of these conferences, which is understandable. But if you look at the size of the problem, and you look at the levels of complicated policies that they're trying to put through in order to, I don't know, whether it's trying to prevent people from destroying our ecosystems and forests. I think
lots of indigenous people actually participating in the climate talks here, precisely because it is in Mexico and they can get to it. So there's been lots of talk about forests, about culture, about indigenous people and their worries and their why they care about climate change, and so it's opened up the chance for them to participate.
Yeah, that is true, and it might mean people coming over from Europe, but it means that lots of people in and around here can participate who might not have been able to otherwise. Equally, Cancun, not the most accessible of locations, and some people saying that they think the government has chosen it deliberately,
yes,
in order to prevent too much.
But Adam, the better we get and the more followers we get, everyone can then stay at home.
Everybody can watch it anyway. It seems Barack Obama's decided that that's the best way to engage with the talks this year. So
shall we go to the cloakroom?
We'll go to the cloakroom. Jamie's just going to cue that up for us now, and he is nodding, and we're going to give you the opinions of the cloakroom staff here. Pretty enlightened, we felt. So we've come to the cloakroom to get an idea of what some of the workers here think about the conference. Could we start by asking you to introduce yourselves?
Okay, hi, my name is Breno.
Hi, my name is Montserrat.
Hi, I'm Camilo from Cancun, Mexico.
And what do you guys do when the conference isn't here? Do you work in the city, or are you students? Or?
Well, in the morning we have to go to university. We on La Salle, and we have to study from 7 a.m. to 1 o'clock.
And what do local Mexicans make of the COP arriving in Cancun? What do the people living in Cancun think?
Well, they are very surprised and very proud, actually, of all the things that it is doing for Mexico, because this is a global event that is very important for all the governments, the presidents, all the people, to know about the climate in all the world that is year by year it's getting worse.
And do your friends and family, do they understand climate change and think about it a lot? Are people worried about climate change in Cancun?
Yeah, all my family know about it.
Why you look at me?
Yeah, I think everybody talked about that the last year. Everything changed. Last December we have here in Cancun 13 degrees. That's so normal. Here is 25 in December, 24, but 13 was cold. And then some days are 13, the next day is 28, 29, 32. and it's too windy. The hurricanes are coming with powerful,